Hey guys, welcome to today's Vlogmas video. We are here to chat about some makeup that I picked up in 2022. These are going to be the items, my top 10 purchases of 2022 that have entered my collection, and I'm so glad that they're here, my favorites. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. If you're just tuning into my Vlogmas, I am uploading every day until Christmas, and each Vlogmas video is a collab. So why don't we find out who I'm collaborating with, and let's jump into the video. Today's collab is with my friend Emily from Emily's Makeup Bag. We have collaborated before, and I've shared that we have that Midwestern connection. She lives in Ohio, and although I'm living in Texas, I am from Michigan. She used to be a teacher. She taught for several years. I am still a teacher. We have that in common. And Emily is about to become a first-time mom. She is due with a little girl in the new year, and I'm so excited for her. If you love my channel, if you love chatting about makeup, if you love empties videos, new releases, trying out new makeup, Emily is your girl. She also does this series. It's called like 1 week, 1 palette. I had to think about it. 1 week, 1 palette, where she'll do 5 makeup looks using 1 eyeshadow palette. So if you are into that type of thing, definitely check her out. I love her channel. I love her videos. Thank you, Emily, so much for being one of my Vlogmas collaborators. I'll have Emily, her channel, her video, all of that listed down below. I will be watching her video while you are watching this video. And if you're coming over from Emily's channel, hello, welcome. My name is Kelly. I just love makeup. I love talking about makeup. I have 2 young kids. I have a 3-year-old girl and a 4-month-old little boy, but that's not why you're here. You are here to talk about the makeup releases of 2022 that I feel are the best of the best. So let's jump into it. I'm not necessarily going in any order other than the order that it's written on my list. And so one of the best makeup purchases that I made this year is from Natasha Denona. Now I'm cheating a little bit because it's not actually one item, but it is a collection. Natasha released her My Dream collection. I did not get the face palette, but I did pick up the eyeshadow palette, the lipstick, and the lip liner. And you know, I just love Natasha Denona. I love her formula. I love her eyeshadow palette. You can see some little finger swatches in here for my daughter, but this is definitely my color story. I am much more of a neutral lover. I love quick, easy makeup that I can wear every day, that I can put on super quick, run out the door. I'm chasing 2 little kids. I'm working, all of the things. This eyeshadow palette, the quality is amazing. I love her formula. The shades are beautiful, and I did pick up the lipstick and lip liner. And this really blew me away as well. I had not tried her lip liner or her lipstick previously. I did pick up a couple of lipsticks around the same time, but I wasn't familiar with the formula. But this color story just felt like my jam. It's a beautiful mauve. It is in the shade Natasha. The thing that I really like about this lipstick, and I'm not swatching just because I do have lotion on my hands, so I don't want to get lotion all over everything, but I do have a video using this. You can go ahead and check that out. But the thing that I love about this lipstick is it's definitely more of a satin finish, but it almost gives you like a glossy appearance. You put it on, it's very beautiful. It has good staying power for a bullet lipstick, but it does give you like a little bit of a glossy finish. I have a matte liquid lipstick on right now, but I really, really love this collection. If you're a neutral lover, if you haven't tried Natasha Denona before, definitely recommend. One of my favorite purchases. Perhaps the first purchase that I made out of these top 10 items, not my first purchase in general, but out of these top 10, was the Nars foundation, the light reflecting foundation. I am in the shade L4 DeVille. I did not get this when it first released, but I picked it up shortly after. This one came out. The Charlotte Tilbury one came out. A bunch of people were doing videos on the 2 comparing, and I was talking to my friend Molly, and she said, you know, I really think you would like this Nars foundation. I do have dry skin. I look for a foundation that's more of like a natural coverage. I like medium coverage. I want it to be a natural finish. I want it to look like satin and glowy and dewy, but I don't want to look like caked up. You know, I don't want it to feel heavy on the skin. This foundation gives it to me. I get a little bit of a glow. I get a nice satin finish. It's nice and long wear, comfortable on the skin. I'm not wearing it today, although I should be. And the shade L4 DeVille is like the best shade match for me. So this has definitely become a quick favorite. Product number 3 is not new in 2022, like the Natasha Denona and the Nars. Those were both new in 2022, but this next item was new to me in 2022, and I had wanted it for so long. It is a lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Very Victoria. Now, I've heard Samantha March rave about this lipstick for years and years and years. It's been on my wish list. I just never bit the bullet and purchased it, and I didn't really have a reason why. Sometimes with makeup items that are not limited edition, I put them on my wish list and never pick them up, and then sometimes they go out of stock or they're discontinued and then I regret it. But this one I finally picked up years later. This is such a beautiful shade. I didn't want to get into swatching everything because I have lotion on my hands, like I said, but this is a very, very beautiful shade. It's nice and natural on the lips. You can check out my Instagram. I'll upload an Instagram picture if I can find it, but I just love the formula. It's super comfortable, very long wearing for a bullet lipstick, but the shade is just stunning. It's such a Kelly shade. I definitely tried more from Patrick Ta in 2022, and his blush formula was new to me. He came out with the shade She's Blushing. I saw it and I instantly knew, I want to get my hands on this shade. You do get a cream blush and a powder blush. I'm not a huge cream blush lover, but this powder blush is super pigmented, go in with a light hand. You're supposed to go in with the powder first, and then you can take the cream and put it on top. It gives you a nice balmy texture, a nice sheen. I really love the formula. I use the powder more so than both. I don't ever use the cream on its own, but I do like the way that the cream adds more of a dewy finish to it. Now this is more of a satin. The powder doesn't give you a flat matte, but when you put the cream on top, it's more of a satin finish. The shade She's Blushing is beautiful. Like I said, I love the formula. I love the shade. Very comfortable, very long wearing, and it's the only blush that I have, but I would definitely be interested in trying more, especially from these little duos. These, what are they called? Double Take Cream and Powder Blush duos. Love it. Now, this next product was sent to me in PR, but had it not been sent to me, I would have purchased it, and I'm talking about the Adept Heather Austin collab. My friend Heather was able to collaborate with one of her favorite brands ever. If you're familiar with Heather, she was my very first collab of my Vlogmas season. She has raved about Adept well before she had this collab, but she came out with this beautiful, beautiful color story, and I was introduced to Adept eyeshadows, and I've gone on to purchase more since then. It's really the shimmers for me. Their shimmers, their duochromes are so shifty and beautiful and pigmented and sparkly and all of the amazing things that you want them to be. Me being a neutral lover, thinking of the My Dream palette, this can look kind of intimidating, but honestly, I find myself reaching for this time and time again. A lot of times I'll just take Atlas, throw it in the crease, and then go in with one of these shimmery, shifty shades, and that's all I have to do. 2 eyeshadows out the door. I look beautiful. I look put together. I'm always getting compliments. And like I said, this was sent to me because Heather is one of my girlfriends on here. But at the same time, if this had not been sent to me, I would have purchased it. I was waiting. I wanted to try Adept Cosmetics. And when Heather collaborated with them, I knew I wanted to get my hands on it. And I definitely think this is one of the best palettes to release in 2022. I have another eyeshadow palette, and it's one that I didn't know if I was going to purchase or not. It's my first Mothership. My first Pat McGrath Mothership palette. This is the Moonlit Seduction. I've been wanting to try one of the Motherships for the longest time, and again, it's one of those where I was just waiting for the right moment. I was waiting for the right palette. I was waiting for one that spoke to me. I saw this color story, and at first I wasn't yes, I need to jump on it right away, but after watching some reviews, after thinking about it some more, I saw Pat McGrath was having a sale. I went ahead and I jumped on this, and I think it is exquisite. First of all, the mattes, they're good, they're blendable, everything's nice about them, but it's really these shifty shades. They're so sparkly and they really stand out. They have a unique texture to them. And I just love the way that it can really create a stunning look. You can go in with one of the matte shades, put one of these special shades on your eyes, and it just looks beautiful. It looks like you spent a lot of time when really you haven't spent a lot of time on it. I also love these shimmery shades. You know, they're not super like bam sparkly in your face like these ones are, but they still give you like a nice sheen. They still really stand out. You do have some weight here to this packaging. I'm just so happy to have my first Mothership. The Divine Rose palette has also come into my collection as well, and I'm just so thankful that I get to try these eyeshadows because they're so stinking expensive, but this one was definitely a coveted purchase for me. Perhaps my most recent purchase out of these items that I'm going to mention here is the Gucci blush. I did not plan on purchasing a Gucci blush, okay? This is the first and only item that I have from Gucci, although I have heard people talking about Gucci products, the bronzer specifically. I know Emily recently tried the bronzer and really, really loved it. I've heard people talking about the lipsticks, and I have a couple on my wish list. This blush is in Rosy Beige. Now, I heard Charlotte Holdcroft and Morgan Turner talking about this blush, and I was curious. So during the Sephora VIB sale, I did go ahead and pick this up. It is the blush that I have on today, and I have to say, I am very, very surprised. First of all, super pigmented. It gives me a nice satin finish, but there are no chunks of glitter. It's not like sparkly. It doesn't look like, I don't know, like there are chunks on my skin. It's just a very nice satin finish. It's very soft but buildable. I get very good pigmentation. Someone commented on one of my videos and said that they don't find this to have a long wearing power. I don't have that issue. I find that it wears fine on me throughout the day, but it's just a nice natural go-to shade. I knew when Charlotte and Morgan loved this that if it worked for them, this shade would work for me as well because I am very, very fair, but I just find the formula to be amazing. It is tiny, it's little, it's compact, the packaging is super cute. It's expensive. It's definitely expensive, but I am so happy to have it in my collection. Another product that was not new this year, but is new to my collection, it's a MAC lipstick. Surprising, okay? Just hear me out. So MAC lipsticks used to be all the rage back in like the OG days of YouTube. People used to do like MAC collection videos. I tried several lipsticks, but I never tried the shade Blankety. I'd heard about Blankety. Modesty was my go-to. I had Cream Cup. I had Angel. Never tried Blankety. So I love Fix Plus, okay? I go through it like crazy. So I did a back to MAC and I returned Fix Plus and I was like, let me try out Blankety. It has easily become one of my favorite lipsticks. It's like a beautiful pinky shade, but it's not too light. It gives me good pigment. It's not very sheer. This is the, what is it, Amplified cream lipstick. So it is a creamy texture, but amplified, meaning it is more pigmented than some of their others. This is one of those where I always wear lipstick with a lip liner, but if I didn't have a lip liner or if I was at work or in the car or trying to touch up, I wouldn't need a mirror. I could just put it on really quickly. It would give me like a nice even layer on my lips. It's a very, very beautiful shade. Oftentimes I leave this at work. I have it there so that I can just like throw lipstick on real quick in the event that I like have time to put makeup on. You know, with a 4-month-old, I'm not always wearing makeup to work these days, but this was a surprise for me. I never expected a MAC lipstick to be like in my top 10 of the year when I was picking a lot of products that were new this year, but Blankety has made it into this video. I believe we have 2 more, if I'm counting correctly, so let's go with another one that was a gift. This was a gift from my friend Smags, and it's by Charlotte Tilbury, the Beautifying Face Palette. This one is the lighter one. I know there's a lighter one and a deeper one. Since Smags gave this to me, I have not put it down. I did not think I was going to get this. I saw it and I was like, oh, I've ordered some blushes. I've already purchased a face palette from Tarte. I don't need another one, right? But then Smags tried this and she was like, girl, you do though. You do need another one. I'm pretty sure she picked this up for me for my birthday. I love both of the blushes, but I find that it's this highlight shade in particular that I have been wearing every single time I have makeup on. Right now, it is the highlighter that I have on. And Charlotte Tilbury highlighters did not impress me in the past because I really like a bam in your face kind of highlight. And this one isn't really that. It's more subtle, but it still makes me look glowy. This one almost works more like a blush topper because it is a little bit of a deeper pink, but it's still light enough where when I put it on the high points of my cheeks, it just makes me look like I'm healthy and glowy and all of the wonderful things that I want to look like when I put makeup on. So this has been a standout. Like I said, I've been reaching for it every day. It has stayed in my bathroom. now because my baby sleeps in our room, I don't usually get ready right here, but I take my makeup into the bathroom. This has been staying in there and it has been a standout, so thank you, Smags. We started with an eyeshadow palette. We will end with an eyeshadow palette. If you are a neutral lover, like me, you like basic eyeshadows, you like boring eyeshadows, you're not really into a lot of color, Lunar Beauty Nude Prism is for you. Trust me, this formula is amazing. This was my first time trying out Lunar Beauty. Just like Adept, I was waiting for a palette that spoke to me, right? Like I was waiting for something to call my name. This did it. Nude Prism is for me. You have two beautiful rows of mattes. Really, you can just dip into any of the matte shades, pick a shimmer down the middle. I had someone comment one time and say all of the shimmers look the same, and they might on camera or in a photo, but really they're not. They are all very different, and you can just get a nice, beautiful look. I love the shimmers because they're very, very pigmented, but they're also very opaque on the eyes. And they don't have chunks of glitter, but they still are a little bit shifty. They're just everything that I want a shimmer to be. It's not the eyeshadow that I'm wearing today, so I don't know why I'm staring at my eyeshadow like it is. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam eyeshadow palette, but this formula is amazing. These shades are amazing. Like I said, if you're a neutral lover, I do not think you would be disappointed with this collection. I was waiting for Manny to come out with something for me, and this was definitely it. But that is going to do it for this video. Those are my top 10 purchases of 2022. A lot of the makeup that I mentioned was new in 2022, which is what I was trying to do. But then we have a couple lipsticks that snuck in there, but they were new to me in 2022. I cannot wait to go watch Emily's video. Thank you, Emily, so much for being a part of my Vlogmas collabs. I can't wait to hear what your standout purchases were. Definitely check Emily out. Like I said, I'm gonna have her listed down below. She is amazing. She's super sweet. She's about to become a first-time mom, so she needs all of the love and encouragement and support she can get. But I love Emily's channel. I think that you will love her too, especially if you like my content. I also would love to know down below, what are some items, it doesn't have to be top 10, but what are the top items that you purchased this year? What are some favorites? Have you tried any of these out? I want to know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed before you go because I am uploading every single day through Christmas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.